loss, and weight loss is complicated. And most people on this call, if I was to say, hey, raise your hand if you know anyone who's ever been on a diet, anyone who's ever tried to lose weight, all of us would be raising our hand, because lots of people have done it. Lots of people have spent hundreds and hundreds of dollars trying to do it with little to no success. And so what's important is that we show the world about what we have is different. And why am I passionate about this? I'm passionate about this because I was a bulimic for many, many years, which means I ate and I purged. I purged for like 11 years of my life, and it caused a lot of health issues for me. I spent thousands of dieting programs and had no understanding about how the body worked. So let's talk about our program. Let's talk about losing weight. Let's talk about why it is so complicated. So let me share my screen here with you, and then we will get moving. All right. Okay, so first, what happens, and I don't know if you've ever suffered from this, if anybody ever goes on a new weight loss program, they're kind of having withdrawals. And then and you walk past like a shop with food in it, and you're drooling a little, or you're having a mental breakdown because you want something that you cannot have. And that is like stressful. And being stressed out like that when you're trying to lose weight actually fights against you, because then women, we produce hormones, and those hormones, when we're stressed out, actually create fat in the belly. And so have you ever had these types of results? Have you ever been on programs where you're not seeing the results you want? If you're like me and millions of others, the answer is yes. Why? Because we gain weight for lots of reasons. We gain weight because of hormonal imbalances and nutrient deficiencies, because of blood sugars, because of artificial sugars, because of metabolic disorders, because of refined foods, digestive health, the list goes on and on. We gain weight for lots of reasons. But the average program out there, Australia, New Zealand, North America, does one thing. The average program out there works on one method of action, and that is appetite control. And that means that, and if your line isn't muted, will everybody on the call please make sure that your line is muted so we don't have any background noise? Thank you. So what happens is appetite control does one thing. You're not hungry, you don't lose weight, and then not losing weight, and then you're not hungry, so you don't eat and you lose weight. The problem with that, and that's how most diet programs work, is you go into what's called metabolic disorder, which means when you get off that program that was just appetite control, your body's metabolism is slowed down so much because you have not evolved enough, you know, to be used to the fact that we've got restaurants in every corner, grocery stores everywhere, food available at all times. When you go on an appetite controlled diet, what happens is your metabolism slows way down, and then when you get off that program or diet, you end up gaining all that weight back and more. And so it's a very vicious cycle for everyone who has ever been on a program like this, and it can cause a lot of mental stress, and it can cause a lot of anguish over not getting the results you want, especially when you spend a lot of money. So today we're going to talk about how we don't want you to lose weight, because we want you to get rid of weight with no intentions of ever finding it again. That's our goal, because the weight loss industry finds all that weight back and more. And that's what creates that very vicious cycle. That is not our intention here. So tonight I'm going to talk about several things. Now, the drops, which are the kind of the foundation of the program, and then other supporting products and how they get you the results you need and how they can actually give your body a full makeover, because that's what we're looking for. So here are 8 ways that the Slenderize products helps you lose weight smarter, not harder. First, it is about helping stabilize your blood sugar control. So when you look at the products, all the products within the line, they're designed to help support your blood sugars. The diet foods, the extra shakes, the extra products are all designed to help control blood sugars. And an amazing thing happens when you control your blood sugars. You end up seeing results. Not only do you feel better, you have less ups and downs and as far as spikes throughout your day, but weight loss becomes much easier. Another thing, we have to have some appetite control within the program, especially in the beginning, because so much of eating is psychological. And so there is a portion of appetite control, but like we said, there's only a small portion, because that is why most other programs end up failing and you gain it back and more. We have a detox within the product line as well. And why is detox important? I have yet to see a well-rounded weight loss program that involves a detox, because with your fat, think of your fat as a suitcase, okay? And when you have toxins that come into your body, either through air, water, food, your body is wonderfully smart and likes to store them in your fat. And think of your fat as a big suitcase. So when you're getting rid of your weight, you are opening that suitcase. And when you open up that suitcase, you get rid of all those different toxins in your body. And if you don't have a way to detox during that program, what happens is your body wants to create more fat to have some rebound weight gain. So we have found, and looking at all the research and data, that detox is such a critical part of having a weight management program, especially for long-term success. So the program has a detox element to it. The next is digestive issues. The average person is walking around with, 3.2 to 5, 6, I'm doing the math in my head really quick, 5.5 kilos of backed up food stuff in their body. And so they've got all this backed up stuff in their digestive system, and then they aren't getting proper nutrient absorption. Their body is getting.
What are you trying to do?
Can we go ahead and mute the line? Do I have Emma from customer service or someone around who can go ahead and mute the line? Super helpful. If you have not muted your line, please do so when you come on board. So Emma or Jimbo, I'm hoping that you guys can mute some of the lines that are not muted.
Yeah, Deanna, as people come on, I try to mute them, but I can't hit the mute all because that will mute you as well.
Got
so
it.
I'm trying to just scan through the list and
Sounds
mute
good.
as they come on.
Okay, back to where we were, digestive issues. So the average person has quite a bit of backed up food stuff in their body. And what's interesting is that the interesting thing about the body, if I was to send you to eat at McDonald's every day, a guy did this. He did a documentary called Super Size Me about what happened to his body when he was eating at McDonald's, about all the weight gain. Food like fast food has a very low nutrient content, high sugar, high refined carbs, low nutrient. When you don't have enough nutrients in your body that get absorbed through your digestive tract into your system, your brain is like the general, and the general talks to all the soldiers, which are your cells. And if you don't have good nutrients, then the general is constantly telling the soldiers, we're hungry. We need more food. So improper digestive issues leave people feeling bloated, leave people lacking nutrient uptake into their body. So the signaling of need more food is always there. And it causes a whole other heap of health problems. So any type of weight management program should contain proper digestive support. We'll talk about what that looks like in just a minute. One of the 5th ways is hormones. You know what happens is If you don't get good sleep, your hormones leptin and ghrelin are off, and your signaling about hunger is off. If you're stressed out, you're producing cortisol, which puts fat on your belly. Hormones play such a critical role in our weight management effort. So of course, the program has to be addressing and supporting you in this way as well. The sixth way is, what can we do with your metabolism? How can we kickstart your metabolism into doing its job effectively? Any weight management program is going to need something like that as well. Next is our mental function. If you're like me and you went on any weight loss program, it is a stressful situation. I mean, I dream about cookies and pie and ice cream because of the whole mental function that comes with weight management. Not only if you've ever been overweight like I was, there's all of the negative self-talk, there's all of the negative, just so much kind of negative self-talk and doubt that comes along with a lot of those issues. So of course we need to provide support that's going to support your mental function in a positive way, because then we see more success in the weight management program. Next, sleep. There is so much research that shows without a doubt that a lack of sleep could be stopping you from losing weight, because sleep regulates your very important hormones, and without it, you are creating a hormone mess. There's no better way to say it. And your signaling, your hunger signals are off, and you end up not losing weight and eating more food and actually gaining weight if you don't have proper sleep. So when we put folks in Taiwan, Europe, North America, and Korea on the program, what we saw is the average person lost 5.8 kilos, was the average in our in-house clinical run in 4 countries. Within Europe, we ran it in, I think 4 or 5 countries within Europe. So all in all, there was probably closer to 9 countries that participated in this trial. What's interesting is men saw a little bit more than women in the average cycle, which is, you know, a month's worth of product. Men saw a 6.7 kilo weight loss, and women saw a 5.4 kilo weight loss. This was the average within the in-house clinical. This, however, is what I find remarkable, is how many centimeters the average person lost. So remember, it's not just about weight loss, because we all have different bodies. It is about, how do you feel? How do you fit into your clothes? You know, are you, you know, what are your measurements? And when we had people measure themselves on the program, the average centimeters lost was 27.6, which is gigantic. That is such a huge difference in somebody's body, the way they're gonna feel about themselves and the way they're gonna fit in their clothing. So when you break it down, this is where women beat men, men beat women in the kilo lost, but women beat men in the average centimeters lost on their reshaping their body, which was, you know, fantastic. So let's look at a few of the key ingredients in the actual drops, which are the foundation of the program, and then we'll look at the other products that accompany the program. Day drops. I just went through 4 of the key ingredients here, and let's talk about what or how they support your body. First, the benefits: helping control blood sugars, spikes in blood sugars, and crashes in blood sugar levels. This is key for anyone, and quite honestly, this is a really good way to just have long-term health and well-being. It also positively affects the hormones associated with hunger, and this is where we'll get some of our appetite control. When you go into some of the other drops, it helps with the feeling of fullness, reducing hunger pains, and also supports your blood glucose levels, which in turn curbs cravings. When you go into the night drops and you look at just a few of the key ingredients, each drop have about, I think there's 8, 9 ingredients in each drops. When you look at the ingredients, they were all chosen for the reasons we talked about before: How do we lower cortisol levels, regulate stress levels? One of the benefits is supporting your body in the night drops. They also help encourage feelings of calm and well-being, which goes to the neurological support in the weight loss program. We also, what helps is some of the ingredients in the products help by preventing fat accumulation and promoting relaxation and sleep. And then last, we talked about healthy digestion, improving healthy gut flora, which aids in digestion. The products work together perfectly. And when you look at the packs that are available in this challenge, we've got 2 packs coming on. We've got the clinical pack, and I'm going to go through those products next, and then the mini pack. So let's talk about these products and why you might choose the clinical pack over the mini pack. Okay, so let's go through the products in the clinical pack. What you're going to see here is the drops, which we just spoke about, the foundation of the program. But there are other products that we have seen dramatically increase everyone's success when they go into the program. Not only do they see more success as far as getting rid of weight, but it is a much more enjoyable process, and I'll explain why. Giving Greens, one of the products that you'll see there is 2 pounds of dark leafy greens in every serving. Why this is so great is because of the digestive enzymes. What we find is that people going onto the program a lot of times will suffer from some constipation or have digestive issues. Giving Greens is your answer. It is a very easy, convenient way to have healthy nutrition packed into one little scoop. And the value is there, folks. I am telling you, with 2 pounds of vegetables, if you're anything like me, when you get all excited to go buy a lot of vegetables and then your crisper in your refrigerator is like a composter instead of something that you're eating every day. This is such a wonderful addition, and the enzymes help with nutrient absorption, so you just feel better as a human being while you're getting rid of that weight. When you look at the 2 Pure Nourish products, when we talked about controlling blood sugar levels, everything here is low glycemic, which means if you take the Pure Nourish shakes and you add some of the Giving Greens and the Power Boost, that is the best snack. You can turn it into a meal, and it is a low glycemic, easy habit breaking system. The Power Boost is about retaining muscle mass and protein synthesization during weight loss. And it tastes fantastic. Sometimes we need a little chocolate, right? And it's chocolate with a little stevia, so the calories are really low. It's got good fats in it, and it's got a great flavor. You take a scoop of that Power Boost, a little bit of that Giving Greens, and 2 scoops of the Pure Nourish, and you shake that up in your little Shaco cup in this clinical pack, and out the door you go. I promise you, in a very short amount of time, you're addicted. Just saying it kind of makes me want one, and I have them an unlimited supply. So the Power Boost is for muscles. It's branched chain amino acids and L-glutamine, which is for gut health, to keep you healthy and feeling good and your muscles strong during this journey. The Pure Nourish Basic Shake is your protein. It is dairy-free, it is vegan, it is GMO-free, it is gluten-free, it is low glycemic, no artificial flavors or colors, and it is a really good source of high-quality protein, good fats. We got probiotics, prebiotics. You mix it with those other 2, and I'm telling you, it's a really, really wonderful, easy substitution for something else you might be doing in your day while you go onto the program. It's not necessary, but it is fantastic. And most people who have tried it will tell you, like, man, you put a scoop of that chocolate in your morning coffee, you feel like you're drinking a mocha. And it all works within the program. We don't want you to feel deprived. We want you to still feel like, oh, you have something that's sweet and tastes great. And, and it doesn't put more junk in your trunk. It helps you get rid of that weight you're looking for. Now, why would you take the nutritionals on top? Well, these are also key nutritionals for good rebalancing of the body. Do you know we've had people lose weight just by going onto our Optimals? And our Optimals are our vitamin and mineral product. And remember, we talked about earlier about the signaling, the generals, the brain, the soldiers of the cells. And so what happens is the Optimals, when you get your body good cellular nutrition, it affects that signaling. So we see people see tremendous results on the optimals, plus so good for your hair and your nails during any type of weight loss journey. Omega Q, listen up, women and men. Fat-free made world fat. Fat-free was a huge trend. It was a very bad idea because your body needs good fats. You don't have good fats, your brain is made up mostly of fat, you're going to have a miserable experience. You need good fats in your body, just not the crappy fats. So Omega Q is a really good way to have good fats from high quality, sustainably sourced fish oils, and CoQ10 that helps with cell metabolism and energy. And those fats are critical. If people don't have enough fat in their diet, so often when people are plateaued, I say, what are you doing? I look at what they're eating and they just don't have any good fats. I'm like, you need more fat in your diet. And Omega Q, we have found from a clinical perspective, plays a very key role in anyone's weight management program. Remember earlier I talked about detox. That is RestoreX. It's like a little secret weapon. If you have more than 5 kilos to lose, you should be on RestoreX. Because remember, you're opening up that suitcase and kind of letting the world out. And what we don't want to do is to have the body store any of those toxins and try to put more fat on your body and fight against you. You don't need anything fighting against you. It's hard enough to get to where you want to get. So RestoreX is such a key way to support your body with the detox program. What is also really great about RestoreX is how its pH level in the body, how it can help as a positive pH in the system, and just what it does with toxins throughout the digestive system. It is a very big winner in any type of weight management program. Last, you will see Rejuvenex. I'll never forget when we ran our first clinical in America on the Slenderize products. There was a woman who wanted it on this clinical. She was very, very overweight. And we interview everybody just so we can see, like, will they stick with it? How likely are they to stay in the study? Because we invest a lot of time and energy into measuring them and weighing them and doing blood work on them. And so we want people to stick with the trial. And I said no to this woman. I said, this woman is not going to stick with the trial. I can just tell. This is not one that we should have in the trial, And she begged and begged and begged and begged. This woman, like, never gets off her couch, ever. So she went onto the program. She begged, and we caved because we were nice. And I thought, this is a mistake, right? She's going to quit after a couple weeks. Not only did she not quit, she was our biggest loser in the whole first trial we ran. And this woman really looks at Rejuvenex as the key to having success for her. Because what happened was, it gave her energy in a way that she wasn't used to. She could not have regular caffeine and coffee. It gave her an anxious feeling. Rejuvenex is green coffee bean extract put together with chamomile. So it's like a meditative energy, if that makes sense. Plus all your antioxidants for your superfruits in the program. And she not only was our biggest loser in that clinical study, she got off her couch. She started walking around her block. I mean, I'll never forget when she sent a picture and she's like, I mowed my lawn, like first time in like 10 years. And so Rejuvenex, when you don't feel good about your body, or when you're overweight and you have, it's hard on the system, or if your blood sugars are out of control, to have that little extra energy boost to get through and make things happen, I think is such a beautiful thing to offer anyone who's going on to a weight loss program. If I had my way, all of you would go into the clinical pack because I know the benefits. I know what it will do to the body. I know that even when you're off the program, if you stick with everything and, like, say you don't use the drops anymore, you are still going to see success because it's a way to remineralize, revitamize, like detox your body, give healthy fats, good energy, enzymes, probiotics, and then kind of like our magic weapon, the drops that give you that willpower to do what you need to do to have a successful weight loss journey. Now, we also have the mini pack, which, trust me, that's a great pack too, but like I said, if I had my way, you would all be on the clinical. I do want everyone on this call to know that we kept track when we ran 2 clinicals. When we kept track of how much people were spending on their groceries in the month, and the average person saved $120 US when they went on the program. That was the average. Some saved more, some saved 160, 170, some saved a little less. But nonetheless, that was the average. And so when you look at this and think, oh, if the average person was saving 100, 120 US dollars, you know, what does that make the clinical pack for me? And how am I resetting my body? It is expensive to be overweight. It doesn't feel good to be overweight. And when you get your body feeling back to normal and feeling great, and you get up in the morning, you feel great, it's amazing how much more you can accomplish in life. So if I was going to leave you with one last tip, and then we can talk more about this, I can welcome Jim out. I want you to remember something, a general rule of thumb. Do not reward yourself with food. You're not a dog. And so in Australia, in New Zealand, in America, we have a very bad habit of rewarding ourselves all the time with food. Oh, it's your birthday, have cake. Oh, you didn't get our test, let's have a candy. Oh, you didn't, let's do this. And there's always rewards about food. If I was going to get you to change one behavior, I'm sure there's a lot of moms and grandmas and grandpas and dads on this call, is change this behavior. Reward the people in your life with a movie or a game or a walk or a bike ride or a book or a toy, but not food. Because we've all suffered from this, and it affects our subconscious in a way that puts us in this situation. So remember, this program is designed to answer all the different ways in which we gain weight. We gain weight for all these reasons. So what have we done? We've helped you with environmental toxins. We've helped support your body with hormones. We've helped to bring up your, and give you cellular nutrition. What can we do by showing you whole foods that aren't so refined? We're supporting you with enzymes, probiotics, prebiotics, with digestive health. We're supporting your blood sugars. We are not giving you any artificial sugars or flavors, and doing everything we can to help support your metabolism. Some people will say to me like, well, I still am not seeing weight loss. There's only a few reasons. Maybe you're on a pharmaceutical drug that's making it very difficult for you to lose weight. Maybe you're not drinking enough water. Or maybe you're secretly eating sugar in the closet that we don't know about. But here's the great news about the program. No matter who you are, where you join the program, the good news is we see success worldwide. We see success all over the world, and some of the hardest categories, which is women in their 50s or 60s who have thyroid issues, hardest category, and we still see success. So, and it's because we touch on so many issues. So if I was to leave you with one thing, know that the program's near and dear to my heart. As someone who has suffered, for a long time, I know how good it feels to feel like you have control of your body. And secretly, your hormones, your blood sugars, all these other things are fighting against you, and you don't even know it. And then you feel bad that you can't do it on your own. So please know that all over the world, we hear on a very regular basis, I tried this and I tried that and I tried 10 things and I tried these things and I saw no success. And as soon as I went on yours, I saw success. And I know what our secret is. Our secret is that we are balanced program. And we've thought of everything from energy to mental health to detox to healthy fats to enzymes to probiotics to digestive health, everything in between, so we could see success everywhere we travel. So Jim, I'll turn it back to you to talk a little bit about how they get going on the program. When does it start? When is the competition? When does it end? But let's turn it back to you.
Thank you, Deanna. I always love hearing you speak. I learn something every time, and dead set, this is your calling in life, to go out there and to share, your journey. Like, that's what I love about this program, is you share the challenges that you had earlier in your life, how you got your life back, and now you're educating the world. It's great. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pass over to Emma, our wonderful partner support person, and she'll tell you all the information that people need is on the corporate Facebook page, how you can purchase and how you can log onto the website and register. And a big shout out to Teresa, who has done what I hope everybody will do once we put the recording up. She's invited her friend along, who I'm assuming is a non-AREX member, to hear from Deana live and see her passion. So that's really how easy it is to share this transformation company, is just to invite people over. You don't have to have big fancy meetings, just have people into your home and share. So, and also on the call is one of my inspirations, Heather Pointer, who is started on a Slenderized program, like, correct me if I'm wrong, Heather, like last year, and she's still going and just has had an amazing transformation. So it should be really easy for Heather to, when people say, wow, Heather, you look fantastic, what are you doing? Come and sit down, let me share with you. But let me unmute Emma, and she'll
I say one thing, Jim, about what you just said. When you said this program is so customer based. I was on a call in the US the other day, and we were on a call with a man named Roger. And Roger was a Southern guy. I would dare say his late 50s, early 60s. I so wish I had a picture of Roger. And Roger basically got like bullied into going on to our programs, okay? And so he went onto the program. Roger is a different human being. I mean, Roger lost like 2 10-year-old children off of his body, right? And then Roger said, no, I'm not gonna do this. I'm not doing the business. And then he was telling me a couple nights ago, he would walk into Walmart and people would see him and like, whoa, what did you do? And then he would send his friend to the guy who he bought products from. And then somebody else would say, what did you do? Oh, and he'd send that person to the guy he brought products from. And somebody else was like, you're amazing. What did you do? And then all of a sudden he sent him to someone else. And then this guy that was, who sold him the program and told him about how amazing it was for the body, was like, Roger, thanks. Like, you doubled my income. And Roger's like, what do you mean I doubled your income? Yeah, you just keep, everybody asks you what you do. You keep sending them to me. And like, this is amazing. Like, thanks so much, mate. I am like, just by telling people how to get healthy and get the body they want, I'm making like an extra $1,000 US a month. And Roger's like, shit, why am I not doing that? And now Roger is in the company. He had no intentions of ever doing it. And just because he transformed his body, he's having tremendous results, even financially, from doing what? I got myself healthy. I got the body I wanted on a program that's great for you. Let me share it with you.
Yeah, and so
by helping people get healthier.
Yeah, that call that Deana's talking about was actually the call that the owners make with the top 10 power anchors in North America, Canada, and Australia. And the Wallaces were on that call, and we got to hear firsthand. And Deana, the thing that touched me the most about all of that, and he was thanking us for the congratulations, but the last sentence he said, which really cut to my quick, really was, he said, thanks for giving me my life back. So, that was amazing.
Yeah, I agree. So Emma, we'll turn it over to you to tell everybody how to get on this incredible program and participate in the contest.
Thanks so much, Deana and Jim. Hey guys. So Jim, can I share my screen, please? Is that okay? Perfect. Let me just pick the one that I want. All right. Let's see if this is going to work for me. Okay, so hopefully you can all see the RX Australia Facebook page, yes? So we're going to go and find this post, and this will have all the details for you. And this is the little link here, which I've just clicked and opened up for you. So what you need to do is go and place an order for the clinical pack or the mini pack if that's your choice, and then pop over to the website. Let me scroll up. So you should see this orange website. You've got until the 6th of February to submit your registration. So they're the 2 packs that you have available. And then you fill out all of your details here. So you pop in your name, address, phone number, your starting weight, your goal weight, the order number. So that's the order number from your clinical pack or the mini pack that you purchased, your rep ID or customer ID if you have one. Tell us your story here. Click this box and have a read of the terms and conditions. So when you take your photos, which you'll upload, please pop down to the newsagents and grab yourself a newspaper to timestamp your photos. This is really important. So we want to make sure that we can see yourself front, sideways, and also the newspaper over the scales. So that'll help with compliance when we come to review your results. We don't want you to have sensational results and miss out on the prize because we haven't met those requirements. So that's really important. We need to make sure that those photos are the right size. In the terms and conditions, it gives you a guide on the size that you need, and then we click Save User. Now, the system needs to upload those photos, so there might be a delay. So please just let it upload, and then it'll say like success, and then you'll know it's been submitted successfully.